5G phones are already available in India, but building the 5G networks they will work with is going to take time. The network operators must test the technology, acquire the necessary radio spectrum from India's government in an auction, then invest in and build out the network infrastructure before they're ready to offer service. Here's everything you need to know about 5G in India, what it is, how Indian network operators are preparing for 5G, when the government plans to conduct the spectrum auction, and finally when 5G services will effectively roll out in India. Reliance Industries chairman Mukesh Ambani announced that Jio was developing a homegrown 5G solution. Ambani said the Jio 5G solution has been made in India from scratch. This will enable Jio launch a world-class 5G service in India. Ambani stated that this 5G solution will be ready for trials as soon as 5G spectrum is available and ready for field deployment next year. This development was announced during the Reliance's virtual annual general meeting 2020, along with some other details like global export of Jio 5G and upgradability from 4G. What are 5G networks? When 5G mobile networks come to India, they will use a new radio technology and a different network architecture to deliver higher bandwidth and lower latency than 4G and 3G networks we have today. 5G promises peak data speeds of up to 10 Gbps, up to 100 times faster than the 100 Mbps of 4G. Latency, a measure of the time it takes data to travel from the phone to the distant server, could be less than a millisecond in 5G networks, or 60 to 120 times better than 4G. To make the most of this high bandwidth and low latency will require computing resources close to the mobile device, so 5G could also be a contributing factor to the growth of the edge computing market. The ability of private 5G networks to coexist alongside private ones, or for public networks to be sliced into multiple virtual private networks, also makes the technology attractive in an enterprise context. How are Indian operators preparing for 5G? To explore how 5G networks will perform in the real world, and to gain experience in building and operating them, India's network operators have applied to the government for permission to conduct field trials and selected one or more equipment vendors with which to collaborate. They are also enhancing their network cores to prepare for the additional traffic loads that 5G radio interfaces will carry. Reliance Jio launched its 4G service in 2016, skipping over the 2G and 3G technologies offered by rivals Airtel, Vodafone Idea and BSNL. Now it's counting on its modern network infrastructure to make it one of the first to offer 5G service. Strategy head Anshuman Thakur said in September 2019 that Jio has the network and backhaul in place, needing only to invest in spectrum and equipment. Jio is also the only operator with an all-IP network, an important requirement for launching 5G services. It will conduct 5G trials with Samsung, the supplier of its 4G network, and has said it will extend its partnerships for 5G trials to include Huawei, Ericsson, and Nokia. In July 2020, Google said it would invest Rs 33,737 crore or $4.5 billion in Jio to support the operator's upgrade. Jio also has support from Qualcomm and Intel for its 5G plan. The latter two are Jio's hardware enablers. Chipmaker Qualcomm is expected to offer deep technology know-how and insights to drive the 5G vision. Intel has advanced edge computing offering across processors, and access to this technology can help Jio pace the 5G rollout. Google and Jio have come to a commercial agreement, where they would work together on an entry-level Android smartphone with 4G and possibly 5G capabilities. Jio has designed its end-to-end 5G solutions from scratch using homegrown technologies. While it hasn't given out details of its 5G solution, it expects to position itself to be an exporter of 5G systems as complete managed services in the near future. Airtel has said it will work with Huawei, ZTE, Ericsson, and Nokia on its trials. It has deployed 100 hops of 5G technology transmission equipment supplied by Huawei, improving its backhaul capacity by a factor of 4, and has struck deals with Cisco and Ericsson to speed up its core network in readiness for 5G service. Vodafone Idea will conduct its trials with Huawei, ZTE, Ericsson, and Nokia, and is already using 5G AI technology from Huawei to boost the capabilities of its 4G network. During the Reliance AGM 2020 live stream, Mukesh Ambani revealed that Jio 5G was developed by engineers in India and is dedicated to PM Narendra Modi's Atmanirbhar Bharat vision. Ambani shared a roadmap for Jio 5G, stating that it will first test the service in India as soon as 5G spectrum is available and ready for field deployment. The company also plans on exporting Jio 5G solution to other telecom operators globally as a completely managed service. When will 5G services be available in India? For Indians to benefit from 5G services, they need access to 5G-enabled phones or other devices, and their network operators need 5G radio spectrum and 5G network equipment. While 5G phones are already available in India from Realme and iQOO, both Chinese-owned, the 5G spectrum and the networks are going to take time. Rajan Matthews, Director General of the Cellular Operators Association of India, has said he expects the high price and limited availability of radio spectrum will delay 5G rollout in India another 5 years. The association asked TRAI to reconsider the prices, but the authority stood its ground. As a part of the AGM, RUL also introduced some new technologies including Jio Glass that provides mixed reality services, and Jio TV Plus that aggregates content from more than 12 streaming services. Additionally, Reliance Industries also revealed Rs. 33,737 crores investment from Google and Jio platforms. 5G networks were once expected to be launched in India by late 2020 or early 2021, but it's now highly unlikely that this could happen before mid-2021. Even if a date is soon set to auction the spectrum and the telcos quickly find the money to buy it, they still need to perform a lot of tests before launching commercial service. Ericsson, a network equipment vendor based in Sweden, has said 5G service is likely to be available in India only from 2022.